Tipping culture. I don't think I can recall a time where it's ever been criticized or looked down on or hated generally. I don't want to hear it from these people. We get it. You pay your people over there. It's fine. Today I want to discuss an incident that I found on Reddit. And the reason it irked me so much because this was involving an Olive Garden and one of their employees slash, I think she was a waitress. And she got tipped a heavy amount and then basically had it stolen from her from the organization. I'm using stolen very lightly here because I'm going to get into pretty much all the perspectives I can on this, both from the manager's side and the employee's side. So a woman working at Olive Garden received this check receipt, and as we scroll down here, oh my god, it is a 32.18 entire bill, and the people there were very, very generous and tipped $700. According to the employee, this was like a regular of theirs that has just come in multiple times basically with her and just had a really good experience and just basically wanted to see her do well. And obviously this is a very easy way to show appreciation for somebody. Imagine being so good at your job, people want to give you a 2,000% tip. That's pretty impressive. This is really sweet. Look, they even left her like a nice message up top. And if you ask me, someone doing this well should be hailed as like the gold standard for how you should be a server. I mean, clearly she is doing everything correct if people are treating her this way and open to giving back to someone who's being their server. Never forget though, we are a business. We gotta make money. We can't expect to pay our people more because they're doing well. Hell no. So what happened is management at the Olive Garden ended up withholding this transaction for, as some people said, maybe 1 to 2 days, and others reported, and was true, up to 120 days is what was reported. Yup. Basically, the reason they withhold it is so that they can verify it, especially when this is on, everything that I found. It said that this is standard among everything that is on credit card tips. So if you tip with a credit card, it can be held for review if the amount is egregious. And reasonably so. I mean, all the information here points that the management was telling her basically, nope, you don't get this money, essentially. And that's pretty fucking worrying if you're recently expecting $700 in just generosity and then not getting it is the information they're giving you. So she's upset, and then what was reported happened is that she had a coworker come in and cover one of her tables because she was upset, and she was told to do her job and go serve a table or she can leave. Super nice management, by the way. That's exactly how we should talk to our employees when they're upset and visibly, concerned over a problem that you have not communicated clearly. One directly from the employee's mother, and the other from, a bunch of Reddit recants that basically explain how this whole process works from, other Olive Garden employees. And the process is understandable. You should verify that this money is real before it actually goes out to the person, because if it bounces, it's this whole problem where what if it's fraud, or if the credit receipt, if it doesn't go through for any reason, that's probably I think that the reason that Olive Garden holds it is because that means that the employee is liable or just will not get their money via a fraud claim. Whatever. Whole lot of word salad there, buddy. Well done. Hey, man. Fuck off. After that whole debacle happened, she ended up going home that night, and then the following day, she had found out that she had been fired. Oh, I'm sorry. Rewind a little bit. I seem to have forgotten one key detail. Before the night had ended, she got upset and they called the police on her to have her removed from the location. That's the level of disconnect this Olive Garden location has against their employees. Do not get upset. We will literally call law enforcement on you to have you removed. And I know this situation isn't as clear cut and dry. There's a few details missing, but I do think it's really, really egregious that she was fired over something that could literally have been communicated through and was not handled in a professional manner at all. Because yes, there's a lot of leeway in how she might have acted in these instances where she could have been boisterous or loud or whatever and actually causing a scene to have all this stuff happen. But one, if I'm taking anybody's word, it's going to be the employee's perspective. And two, as an organization, you have the duty of making sure that you are communicating with your employees and making sure they are taken care of. That is a duty on you. That's the bare minimum. And this Reddit thread here basically sums up exactly that point, where this person here used to work as an Olive Garden employee and was talking about how, yes, this is standard procedure for a tip. That being said, if daughter's recount is accurate, the manager could have handled the explanation a lot better. As I said, the onus is on you to communicate clearly and effectively to your employee. Otherwise, as far as she knows, and as far as her recanting of this situation is accurate, she thought that you were just going to withhold, like, the money permanently. And that's just not, for that even to be in her mind and not put down as a thought process, shows a lack of care on the organization side. I'll link this thread down in the comment section below if you wanted to go check it out. But that essentially wraps up all the ideas of this. I think it's pretty shitty that she got fired over pretty much just a poor communication from this organization part. I keep calling it an organization. It's an Olive Garden location. Just talk to your employees, buddy. To clarify, it is standard procedure to have your, like, egregious tipping reviewed, but the lack of communication is what I really wanted to hammer in at the end here. So I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. I know this one was a little less cut and dry, a little less factorial, more of a drama recanting. But yeah, I hope you liked it nonetheless. And if you didn't, you can let me know. Yeah. Peace out.